Most little girls dream about the day they'll marry, but some little girls dream big. And that's where a platinum wedding comes in.
The budget for just the flowers is $50,000.
There's extra glitz, a load of glamour, and an impeccable attention to detail.
The dress has very intricate beadwork, and oh, my shoes are fantastic. It's all diamond studded.
This chic and beautiful bride has an opulent old Hollywood vision, and her groom is sparing no expense to make sure all her platinum dreams come true. San Francisco. This hip seaside city has always been on the cutting edge of architecture and cuisine. And this San Fran bride will be combining everything her city has to offer to deliver an over-the-top wedding that's fresh, glam, and platinum. This former bank built in the 1920s will definitely be a grand and regal setting for their big day.
Look beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Hi. Hi. Good morning.
This is gonna be main entrance, and then we would like to use this area right here for a lounge area.
We haven't really held anything back, and we've tried to make it as extravagant and beautiful as possible. We just want it to be something very special and memorable.
You know, this is an old world feeling, you know, like 40s glamour of Hollywood.
We're going with a 40s themed wedding. It was very glamorous in the 40s, and we just thought a black tie affair would just be very appropriate for what we envisioned for the wedding.
I think we have 15-foot palm trees, so
We
that'd
can
be
use
really
some
great
of
in this
those.
space.
Julie organizes everything and gets everybody together and makes sure that everything is running smoothly, and Ricardo is going to design and just make an extravagant event.
Well, we're gonna do some 16-foot apple blossom trees.
That's awesome.
Yes.
'Cause that's
Yes. Yes.
There's going to be parts of the wedding that is going to be a surprise, and we kind of wanted it that way. We just wanted to kind of walk into the room and just be in awe.
And here it is, ta-da! You know, isn't this like the most amazing room you ever seen?
I love it.
There is so much history here. The grandness of the building is just great material for us designers to put an event together. There's gonna be 2 bands.
Giant stage right here.
Yes.
And then we're doing the seamless white dance floor in the center.
Yes. We're gonna create the most amazing ambience.
Okay.
It's gonna be very romantic. You can count on that.
I'm sure.
Yes. Leave that for later, guys. I already told you.
I know, can't help, because the hotel room next door.
Okay, get it wrong.
An acquaintance of mine said that I have a perfect girl for you. You know, she said she's beautiful, she's very smart, she's loving. I said, perfect, bring her by. We sat down for dinner and we chatted for about 3 hours, and we've been together ever since, every single day.
During dinner, he looked at me from across the table, and he asked me what I was doing for the rest of my life. And I looked right back at him, and I said, spending it with you.
Okay, ready, Gianna?
Yeah, don't push me too high, though.
Okay.
Higher? No, not higher.
Ready? Well, Gianna is our daughter and my stepdaughter. She came into my life when she was 3.
That's really high, honey. Do you have butterflies in your belly?
No.
No.
She's very fun and playful and sweet, and it's just a joy to be around her.
We're already a family, but we're really coming together at the wedding.
Is that good? I'm very excited about getting married to Brittany. She's an incredible mother, and she makes an incredible wife. And Brittany is definitely somebody who I see myself living the rest of my life with. Good job, honey. All right.
Sharam and Brittany own 4 restaurants in the San Francisco area. John Wynn is one of their head chefs. He's also a longtime friend who's agreed to cater their wedding.
We're gonna try John's final menu for the wedding, and we're absolutely excited
So
and thrilled.
I'm hungry, so I can't wait.
So this is our first starter course for your wedding venue. It's a Dungeness crab salad. The sauce would be a sweet pea puree and then a little citrus salad on top.
Wow. This looks so good. Fantastic.
Oh my God, that is so
Excellent.
good. John, he's the main chef at one of our restaurants, and we love him.
He's so talented.
So we knew when we were planning our wedding that we definitely wanted him to do the food.
Hello again.
Oh, John. Wow.
So this would be the fish course. And it's miso black cod with a little shaved radish and pickled ginger.
This looks fantastic.
Wow. Yeah, that presentation is really, really pretty as well.
Yeah,
That's
it's
great.
Shahram, his menu is enormous, and if he was to do it through an outside caterer, it would probably cost over $300,000 for what they're doing.
All right. Let's try the next one.
Can't wait to see the next one.
Hello again.
Ooh,
So
that looks delicious.
this is our pan-seared filet mignon with little local asparagus from Stockton, California.
It looks so good.
Yeah, it looks delicious.
It's
Perfect.
It's excellent.
Wow.
Hello.
I've been working on this menu for about a year now, and the day's coming up, so very, very excited about it.
It's lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
See,
Love it.
that's why I trusted him.
That
John.
is so perfect.
Bravo.
It's wonderful.
We're very impressed.
Thank you.
How do you guys like it?
Ricardo, that is absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, Ricardo, that's just like our cake.
The decor for the space was really important to me. I wanted something where people just walked in and they were wowed by the design of the place. We wanted every part of it to be really spectacular.
I love it. I love
pretty
it.
incredible,
Yeah, it's
isn't it?
absolutely amazing. Ricardo, you did such a good job. I'm so excited.
Thank you. We are going to be using approximately like 25,000 roses. Each rose was hand opened,
Wow.
the hydrangeas as well, and dendrobium orchids and cymbidium orchids. Golden tiki. It goes with the venue
Perfectly.
perfect. We are like one-stop kind of a thing. People come and see us for flowers, for linens, for chairs, for lighting, for dance floors, for you name it. So this on my side was like $100,000 budget. The black, the touch of black on the linens is very daring, and you know, that's what makes a wedding special.
Yes.
The tablecloths are, some of them are handmade with gold beads that you'll never find at a rental store. They're one of a kind, and they're irreplaceable.
The sterling silver candelabra is a Victorian candelabra. They're antiques, yes.
The antique candelabras are sterling silver. The rentals on those alone are $15,000.
I love all the petals. That's going to be throughout every single table?
Absolutely. To see the bride and groom's smile on their face at the end of the event, that's my biggest satisfaction.
This particular one has a diamond black exterior.
Convertible, I think this is the way to go. She doesn't know it yet, but I'm getting her her dream car as a wedding gift. Yeah, this is beautiful. How are you?
Sharon.
Nice
Good to see you.
Yeah,
Nice to
thanks
see
for
you.
having us.
Pleasure.
I brought my best man, Kurosh, here.
Hi, Kurosh. Nice to meet you, Rami.
It's a pleasure.
And we're kind of thinking whether to go with hardtop or convertible. So
We'll take a look at both of them.
Brittany doesn't know it yet, but I'm getting her her dream car as a wedding gift, which she's wanted for some time. And it's going to be a surprise for her.
I quite like the convertible for Brittany.
You do?
Don't you think?
You don't think it's a little bit
She's
too
such
much?
a pretty girl, you know, the hair going in the hair,
Yeah, I
you
think
know,
you're right.
the freeway.
I know she's mentioned many times when we see it on the street that it's such a beautiful car and, you know, she would look so great in it, and I agree with her, and I just thought that it would be a great wedding gift to surprise her with.
This particular one has a diamond black exterior and the 20-inch wheel.
Yeah, I think this is
do
definitely
it?
convertible. I think this is the way to go. What do you think?
Definitely. As long as she gives us a ride once in a while, I'll be happy.
I think we can manage that.
Brittany and Sharam's wedding, every vendor that we're using for this event is top, top, top.
It's not center. More to your right. Fine. Okay. I have 3 huge trucks from Los Angeles, full of props, full of flowers. We are trying to evoke that all Hollywood glamour.
How many of the cocktail tables are we supposed to do in the main foyer?
During the ceremony, there is gonna be a backdrop of a gate. And the gate is gonna be covered with willows, clusters of flowers, and it's also gonna have white lights. So it's gonna be very romantic. It's gonna be very dramatic. Little wire, little greens here and there, and beautiful. Ready to go.
The budget for just the flowers is $50,000. The flowers are really unique because they're gigantic ivory roses from Holland, white hydrangeas, and then all the orchids, and they're just beautiful. Each one of these has 300 flowers, and each arrangement is $450. We also have 4 20-foot apple blossom trees and probably over 100 palm trees. The lighting isn't even done yet. You're just getting like a tiny glimpse of the magnitude of this event. There's every single possible lighting that a lighting engineer could come up with is being used at Sharam and Brittany's wedding.
Are you guys gonna pin spot these florals down the aisle walk?
When you put events together, lighting is one of the most important things. People walking for first time into this room, there is gonna be this huge wow factor.
So here we are today, Sharam, your wedding day. This is it. I mean, this is it.
I'm going to be wearing a beautiful, beautiful classic tux with huge lapels and fits me perfect. So I completely fell in love with it as soon as I saw it.
He looks sensational. He's always the best dresser in the family. All right, put your vest on. Let's put these cufflinks here.
The most important thing about getting married to Brittany is that I'll know that, we're going to spend the rest of our lives together.
Make sure that when you guys do the tables from under, they are like very safe, okay? So that they won't fall on in the middle of the dinner.
The difference between this wedding and most weddings that I do is the 1-hour change out from the ceremony to the reception room is huge. Alex, can we break this open? Yeah. We're anticipating about a half an hour each table just to place the candles, the double linens, get the chargers, and that will all be done prior to the ceremony, and all those tables will be tucked away behind the curtains and then pulled out during the 1-hour change out. The food at their wedding is unusual in that they have Persian food and they also have Pan-Asian and American food.
We're still working on it. Probably a good couple hours till we're pretty much ready. There's quite a bit, but we'll get it done.
Good? Okay, so we need 1 60-inch round right there for the cake. This cake is so different. This cake is black and ivory. Guests are gonna be sort of wowed by that because you really don't see a wedding cake that has black on it.
The decoration on the cake, it's covered in a white rolled icing called fondant, and then the detail on the outside of it is a printed icing sheet that is used as a stencil, and then we go back in and paint it to bring the color out. We've made little ribbons around the bottom of each tier out of chocolate fondant, and then little jewels that are also made in fondant icing.
This is fantastic. I wish I was getting married today.
This is gorgeous.
Great.
Pretty much everything is done. We're ready to rock and roll. I already can see bride and groom, the whole family walking into the room and going, oh my God. I think we did an excellent job.
Do you think you'll cry? Probably. I'm bringing waterproof. I think I would. That's what I might need to, is waterproof mascara.
Is it too hard to do a wavy or curls?
I would do a little bit curls because it'll last longer.
With a bride as beautiful as Brittany, any dress would be stunning, but she's chosen a custom designer gown for her wedding.
I just wanted to put a dress on and know that that was the dress for me. And this particular dress, the second I saw it, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like my wedding dress. The look of the dress is very exotic. It's not your typical wedding dress. The dress is white, but it has very intricate beadwork, like around the top. And then it flows down, and the train is very intricate beadwork, and the train is champagne. There's a beautiful veil. It has little kind of crystal beaded work. So it's fancy, but very simple. Oh, my shoes are fantastic. Absolutely beautiful. It goes really well with the dress. It's all like kind of diamond studded. I feel beautiful. When I'm in the dress, it's just perfect. It's just an absolutely perfect dress for me. I always want to say I love you, and I want to make sure that you sit closest to me on the bride's side. The most important thing to me is I just want people to share in our love. I love you. Yeah. I'll be a married woman.
Yes, I know. I'm a married woman. Price is no object. They're having huge plates with 14-karat gold rim. The forks, knives, spoons, they're all 14-karat gold.
Well, I walked in to see the space and it was just so magical. It looked like walking into heaven. For more platinum ideas for your wedding, visit WeTV.com and click on We Go Bridal.
Brittany and Sharam wanted to treat their wedding guests like Hollywood royalty, so pre-ceremony cocktails and hors d'oeuvres will set the stage for an unforgettable evening.
The feeling that I'll have when I see Brittany walking down will definitely be very emotional. When you see the person that you love so much looking that beautiful and walking down to you is just something that I'll definitely remember for the rest of my life.
Sharam, do you take Brittany to be your wife?
The most simple and humbling part of the wedding will be when we exchange our vows, standing that close to each other and looking in each other's eyes, and that's going to be a very emotional and beautiful moment of the wedding.
All your faith and all your love?
I do.
I just felt really overwhelmed. I felt this connection, all these feelings that I just had never felt before.
To stand shoulder to shoulder with him in his pain and joy.
I do.
It is an absolute pleasure to introduce you as husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Thank you, thank you.
I think this is a time that we can both kind of just take a step back and just breathe a little bit, and we can just celebrate with family.
Come on, let's go. Coming through, guys, coming through. Excuse me.
The ceremony and the reception are gonna take place in the same space. So right after the ceremony, people are gonna go outside for cocktails. And during that time, exactly an hour, that's all we have to transform the ceremony area into the main reception.
40 minutes, come on.
It's going to take a staff of 25 to make sure that each table has their chairs, filled wine, filled champagne, filled water, that each candelabra is placed on the table, the candles are lit.
We need you to light this candle over here.
All the lighting that's going to be used for the ceremony is rerouted, reconfigured. It's a really big production, and it's a crunch. So we all have to be on and ready to move quickly.
Everybody regroup. We're making a mistake. This table needs to go back.
I mean, I know you're really...
Honey, you need to trust me.
Perfect.
When I walked in to see the space, it was just so magical. It looked like walking into heaven.
It's just literally a feast for the eyes. The lighting is just like an old Hollywood set. The table setting for Sharam and Brittany's wedding is going along with that really opulent feel. Price is no object.
we are doing a white seamless dance floor. This is very exciting because for the first dance, that's always an enchanting moment.
I can't explain it in words. It was just something really magical. It looked like she was floating, and she looked so, so stunning, and I was so happy.
The menu that John came up with is great, and people love it.
One of the biggest visual points of the food is a huge ice sculpture. We have a caviar bar set up. We have a lobster station and a crab station set up. They're just going to make it something really beautiful and delicious.
There's 2 different bars. They're open. Anything you want to drink for 8.5 hours. As you can imagine, with over 200 guests, is a very costly expense. It is going to exceed about $65,000 just for beverage.
The cake is sitting on a bed of rose petals and also lots of candles. Very exquisite.
Between the 2 cocktail hours and the huge amount of food that they're serving and the cake, there's no way that anyone can go home hungry.
We have 2 different bands playing. We have a Persian band. We have the 9-piece band playing. And then we have a DJ for later in the night.
I just want everybody to be up and dancing and just have a good time.
If they were dreaming about an old Hollywood, opulent, city chic, over-the-top wedding, this is exactly what you would have imagined.
The most important thing to me about the wedding is just continue our journey together.
The most exciting thing for me was to see how happy she was. I'm just very, very happy to spend the rest of my life with her.